What is going on, guys? This is Kai. We're back with another video. Today I'm going to be showcasing you guys the Melodius deck profile, as you guys been requested quite several times in the channel. At first I will apologize for it in advance, because if you're hearing my voice is like not that clear or like very scratchy, this is because I'm using a new lavalier mic, and it is still in testing phase, so I might change in the future, but it is what it is now, because I still in testing phase. A lot of things I need to like checking, a lot of things need to improve, and for the better quality videos of the future, of course, for those who are supporting us non-stop. So yeah, it is what it is now. So this deck is belong to a friend of mine, Calvin. I'm building the deck for him because he wanted to play the deck, and I wanted to test the new stuff as well, because this is like the one of the tier B above that is in the pie chart now. So a lot of people that still don't know what this deck does. It is on the radar, and of course it's a very cheap deck, very affordable, but a lot of stuff have not been printed. For example, like these, if you guys have seen these packs way back, of course you know. So without further ado, let's go to the profiles. So the first up is going to be the Pendulum Monsters. I don't know how to pronounce the name, but it's here. Lufaran and Queen Blade, if I pronounce it correctly. I'm just pronouncing the country, so don't mind me, guys. And yeah, this is the switch of the decks. This is the Stratos. This guy is normal special. You get to switch in those monsters, and they both share the same effects. If they are used as fusion materials, they are sent to the extra deck face up. They are set in the pendulum zone afterwards. So if they are used as fusion materials, and it will be chain 1, chaining 2, so they are set to the pendulum zone. If they use as the fusion materials when and sent to the extra deck face up, only face up, is in the graveyard, it doesn't triggers. And for the pendulum effect is a foolish burial, and then it gains attack equals to levels. And for this, if you only control the Melodius monsters and this effect, you search a Melodius spell trap deck to hand. And for the monster effect is, if this card is added to the hand, except by drawing it, you may reveal it and special summon a Melodius from the graveyard. So this is the bread and butter for the combos now. If you open one of this, you basically free combo. I will show you guys the basic combo later. So this is the side. This is new monsters. And for the old stuff, we have the Sofano, Alia, Akano. I don't know how to pronounce the names, but I do know what they do. These are bringing me way back early at the archtype era. This is the salvage. This is our normal special. You can add a Melodius on grave, and once per turn you may activate this deck to get polymerization. The polymerization is not a once per turn, so you have multiple copies, keep fusion multiple times. And for this, it's same. You can add that from the graveyard, but also not hard once per turn. So it's just once per turn per face up copy, so you can use it again. And if you want this, if you control Melodius, you can do something from hand. Not once per turn. This is spammable, so you have 3 hits that spam up, and all your Melodius monsters gain 5 attacks, so you make your monster bigger. And this as well. These are for protection. These 2 are for protections. If this guy is face of the field, your Melodius monster is going to be destroyed by effect. It can be destroyed by battle. And for this, your Melodius monster can be destroyed by card effects. And all your Melodius monsters gain 300 attacks. So with these 3 on the field, you can be destroyed by battle. You can be targeted by card effects. You can be destroyed by card effects. The only way to remove them is to remove them without targeting and destroying. So having these 3 is like Imperial Iron Warriors stack here, and these are happy with these resources. And that's all the Melodius monster. This is a very low count. You can see it's like only actually the minimum amount is like 11. I played this because I wanted the extra protection. So that's why if you have 12, and So now moving on to the hand traps, we have the staples, the ash, Maxi and Vader. This is not the staples one. Nothing much to say about. And for the spells, I played the Chef and Prosperity package because you did this that you didn't rely on extra that one. You only used a few copies of your Melodius cards, and these have you draw into your engines and also play Ash. A lot of things in the deck that is vulnerable to Ash, so you have these to have this have more resources to play against it, so that's why you need this. And your combo don't draw for the a lot of time there. If you play this in and the number one album, I forgot his name. This is a card that took me forever to find it. It's a hero list on the deck, so if you control normal on the field, you can do this. You just summon a level 4 Melodius from the deck, and after that, then after the turn resolves, you can also summon. You can only summon Melodius monster. It doesn't matter. You only play Melodius. It's a pure Melodius. You need this because this is also your power. Have you fetch whatever you want. Yes, it is a monster turn, but you still play 3 copies. And it's not a Melodious card, but you still play 3 copies. And Ostinato, this is the branded fusion deck. Why do I say so? Because if you control the monsters, you can do this. You send the materials from deck. And because due to the new fusion monsters, this is a one card combo, one card set up most your lineup for the following turns. And because the second attack, if during the end phase, if you can destroy the fusion monster that's summoned by these attacks, it's just to summon the fusion material from the graveyard. But that is the problem. If you're playing the new fusion monsters, your materials will not be in the graveyard. Most likely you're gonna revive it and then just go all the way. And especially if you use these two as fusion materials, you have ways to summon them back because this is a package. You have this, you will have this, and this, and then they will be added to the hand, some of the field, and back to the actual. So the material will not be in the graveyard unless you like really. Unless you like opponent like Maxi and you want to continue combo, but that is not the matter because even if opponent Maxi you still want to like have a proper ways to like endure through the next turn. So it's likely to do other stuff. So and the new fusion spells. So what this card is, let me read it again. You can use Melodious monster from your hand, field as fusion materials, and if you can use your Pendulum Zone as fusion material as well. And if this goes to the graveyard, if your Melodious fusion monster is sent to the graveyard, even during this damage step, you can return this card to the bottom of the deck and draw a card. Which is nice if you already fusion using the Ostinatos and you search for this. If you fusion afterwards and if you have a fusion in your graveyard, if you previously used enemy and you can use this to recycle this back so you can have another fusion for next turn because you might use it multiple times and you need to like push for whatever it is. So that's why you need this. And also, you're using the pendulums of the fusion. The pendulums will set back themselves, so it's basically 3 fusions. And Carbide also this is for hits because it says it's too vulnerable to Ash. So yeah, play this. And 3 Imperm because why not? And the last card I played is the Brazilian because you only play fairies, so why not? I guess you stay ice, silent force, and this punishment behind some this helps you make a lot of times for your setup in case you draw badly. If you have this, you can just snowball all the way, but of course it is a limited card, so yeah. À, kỳ này có biểu đi hoàn. And for the SLX is before I say this, you guys play this. This is the new fusion monster Killer Plus, if I pronounce it correctly. I will just pronounce it the rare one. What it's gonna do is this is the reason why this combo is relevant and easy to do because it only requires 2 Melodious monsters, which is easy enough, and Its effects is this guy is fusion summon. You get to summon a Melodius monster from deck. Any Melodius monster. So you can fetch whatever combo stuff you need. You can fetch the recycler. You can recycle back your fusion materials. And since you don't have a normal summon yet, you can normal summon whatever you want. And you get what I mean. You can one fusion material, one fusion monsters can get you whatever you want from the graveyard from the deck as well. And when this guy is sent to the graveyard, you can still summon a Melodious monster from the graveyard in defense position, except for itself. Of course, you can summon itself. You can loop it, and if you link with this, you can chain block it with making this chain link 2 and your chain link 1 for your link monster, make the combo even more better and not that vulnerable to the bell, of course. And it has the effects. When this guy is faced on the field, your Melodious Fusion monster activated monster effects cannot be negated, but of course only face up. So you have to make sure it's on the field, but most likely we don't. So this is the reason why you need to play it. And this is the end board you wanted to see. This is called the Flawilum Enterworld, if I pronounce it correctly. I pronounce a lot of wrong things today, so sorry guys. And okay, this is I'll explain the effect why this deck a lot of people say is broken. This is a quick effect during either player's turns. You may activate this effect. If you do, you can banish any number of Melodious monsters you control and banish it until the end of the turn. If you do, you can return that many face-up card your opponent control to the hand. So this is a non-target. You get to activate this effect, so it doesn't target yours as well. So even if the process your monster is left only herself, it's still gonna banish herself one piece, and you're gonna have your opponent's face-up card returned to the hand. So end phase is still gonna coming back. So this is the reason why, because of this, you're not vulnerable to Nibiru anymore. You're not vulnerable to Evening Mesh. If your opponent's Nibiru or Evening Mesh, you just chain this and banish all your monsters away, and then return them to the end phase. And if this card leaves the field by your opponent, you can summon one Melodious monster from deck or extra deck. So you can summon whichever you want, but not herself. Not herself. And this is the old one. This is the DD Crow or Soul Release. During either phase turn quick effect, you can target up to 3 cards on either player's graveyard, banish it, and it gains 200 for each banished. And why this card is important? Because every deck now is graveyard relevant. Snake Eye, Fire King, Sullen Force, etc. You name it, you banish it, you make it to the end board, and if you're using this, you can use this effect to banish it and then return it to the field. It refreshed it, so you get to banish again. So that's why you play this, and it becomes big because it's if you banish 3, it gains 600 because of 3000 attackers, so which is important, and also easy to summon. It only requires 2 Melodious. And the Link monster, because you have easy access to all the monsters now, so making the Link monster is even more easier. It summons when they sting summon, discard the card and summon 2 Melodious monsters from the deck into this marker points 2 with the different levels. And yeah, if you do it after this effect, you can always summon Melodious, but it doesn't really matter. And it has the Ancient Gear Golem effects when a Melodious monster is point to attack, so your opponent cannot activate anything, which just doesn't matter. It's not going to crash your opponent's monster anyway. You want them to use your fusion materials, and this card just helps you get whatever you want as well. And the last 3 is the flex spot. You can play whatever you want. This is I play is this because of the time. And during time, if you can't crash into opponent's monsters, and this card says it cannot be destroyed by battle, any battle damage you take is reflected to your opponent as well, and you take 0 damage, and that opponent monster is destroyed. So you can, if you're doing time, you make this, you crash into your opponent's monsters, and do need to take note because it requires 1 Melodious monsters and 1 Melodious Ying Qi, if I pronounce the name correctly. I'm not sure if I'm playing it. If I didn't, just ignore this. We can play something else. SP Typhoon. This is just, yeah. And for side decks, we're still in testing phase, so I'm not putting the sleeve yet. So I'm just gonna briefly explain why I choose these. The draws, Ogre and Bell, because of a lot of things, the searches. Ash is not enough. nowadays we need draws, and ogre for tempai, and this for a lot of things because I'm not playing bestials to counter the silent force because sometimes you make the board during your mid combo you can't use bestial because you are restricted to Melodius. That's why I play this instead. You can play Lilico if you want, but I would prefer this because a lot of times, yeah, you understand that. And Kuri Photon, this is also for Tenpai. You want to prevent power decays, just this, and you're protected for the turn. Of course, not that useful if your opponent shifters you. So I still play it for safety occasions. And the removal package and OTK package, we play the Trust, Droplet, Ground, and Dimension Barrier. Dimension Barrier are still on and off because if you play deck against like the Shadows branded, which is now is still quite a threat, and you play declaring fusion might affect you as well. So I only play one, but this is even more threat in my opinion because a lot of decks also play grave relevance, and for you doesn't really matter if your stuff is in the grave or not because back to your turn your stuff is going to send to the grave because it's only applied during your opponent's turns. If you activate during your opponent's turns, of course, we're not gonna open it during our own turn unless necessarily needed. So this is like more safer option to search up the thrust. So that's why I play this more than the barrier. And also, it's not once per turn. If our opponent somehow negates its effect and you have another copy, just open it. So yeah. And also, I'm gonna the simple display of the combo of the one card combo, which using this. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna normal summon this, and it says we get to search a. This is not really one card, 1.5 cards. So we're gonna summon this. We're gonna search a various monsters. So I'm gonna search Sonata, and Sonata's if you control Melodius, you can search Sonata from hand. And these two is gonna link away into and then into space and discard a card. You get to summon two Melodius monsters with a different name or so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna summon these two. Of course, it's a different level, so you can search for these two. And then it's especially because it's small, especially you can add and this you can use this effect to fusion them. You gotta fusion these two. Into this, and then this chaining one, chaining two. So this card is used as a fusion materials, and then you can place it on the pendulum zone. So it's effect. Gonna summon this. And this effect, once per turn you can add back a monster from the grave, so you can add back this. And then you can set it, and then this effect, if you control only Melodius monsters, you get to search a spell. And then you can activate. And then you can cast special. And then you become special or not, it's just okay, you can put this. Fusion these three, and then it's chaining one, chaining two. Of course, it's chain block, chaining two. Set it here. So I'm gonna summon back. And the effect is gonna add back. Or when. Oh yeah, wait. Before I got really messed up, this effect you can target one monster on the field and you can finish burial, and then you can gain the attack. That doesn't matter. We don't want to gain the attack. We just want the protection. So here we're gonna send the either or, whichever you want. It's fine. Whichever one, just send whichever you need it. And then we only want to fusion summon into this, and this effect is gonna add back. and then you can pendulum summon these tools. So your end board, you have the next turn you get to recycle. You gain 500 monster, all your monster gain 500 attacks, which makes these two incredibly big, and this prevents your monster from being destroyed by card effects. Destroyed by battle and targeted by card effects. So during your opponent's turn, you can use these effects to banish this 5 to bounce for 5 face up monsters. So like against Silent Force, if they fusions if they fusion summons and then you and then they chain link one the Skull Guardian and chain to the Rainbow, you can use this effect to bounce, let's say, this to make its Silent Force return to the hand. If they don't have the ritual spell in the graveyard, they're gonna get it. And this is the board. And also, first during the next turn, you have the during the next turn you can use this effect to send another one from the deck to the graveyard to gain or decrease its attacks. You can send this and use this effect to add back special again. So with this, all your fields gain the thousands. You gain the 1,000 attacks. So this is 3005. This is 3003, which is really good. And all this cannot be side battle, it cannot be countered with card effects. And you want to be more safety, you can send this instead. You can use this effect to add deck and then pendulum summon. With these three on the field, you gain 500 and 300, so you gain 800 attack points on all your monsters. Cannot be destroyed by battle and cannot be targeted by card effects. Cannot be destroyed by card effects, and they are all can run away. I would say run away. So this is the basic board of using 1.5 cards as the combo. As for the fusion spell, it did so as well. So I'm going to showcase you guys as well. Okay, so for the fusion, for the Ostinato, I'm just gonna have one more card in hand in case I really screwed up. So we activate this. This you have to take in mind. If this card is if you activate this card, we need to send like this and this. Why do you say? Because remember why I mentioned that we can add back from the graveyard, because when you activate this, summon this, and then this effect, you can special a Melodius from that, so you can special this. This effect is going to add it back, Melodius from the graveyard. So when this card is added from hand, except for drawing, you can remute it, and show someone one from the graveyard. And this effect, you're going to search a Melodius monster. Search this. And then we're going to normal summon this. You're going to use this effect to fusion summon. And then you can chaining 1, chaining 2, chaining 2 put here, chaining 1, summon from the graveyard. And then it's not from the graveyard. And then set back to search this. So as you guys can see here, it is almost the same like we did with the previous combo. The only difference is that you still haven't used your spell yet and you haven't pendulum summon, so you can use the fusion to fuse these two to whichever you want, or you can use these two to make this to summon whichever you want, and then you get to do it again. So this is the difference between any combo you want. So the main motive is to make this and you have a bunch of monsters. That is the main. So guys, that's it for the deck profile. Hope you guys enjoy, and I'm still going to apologize for my voice or the mic qualities. I'm still working on it. Hope you guys enjoy the video, and be sure to like and sub as always. So we'll see you guys next time.